didn't know it was.
Yeah.
I assumed it was
piece of them
from the
for
beginning.
a while. It was fun.
Yeah, right.
And now they're doing great.
I told you that story about the Las Vegas Golden Knights.
Yes.
They offered me a piece of their franchise, and I didn't do it because I felt you told me it wasn't a great deal when you owned the Mets.
It was a great deal. I don't know. You
was.
must have been high.
You told me.
It was.
You told me that they never give you any tickets. You don't even have a parking space there. You always have to pay for tickets.
I would never have said that because that was not the case.
Must be
I
losing
had my
my
own
mind.
parking space.
I mean, I made a major life decision based on this.
They were always great about that. I had my own parking space, and yes, you had to, like at the World Series, there were some things, but I guess that was in the contract. Anyway, I went to the World Series. I had the greatest seats.
Right.
The Wilpons were super nice to me. I have no complaints about that. The problem was during the pandemic because we weren't playing baseball games. So they have these things called capital calls when you're an owner and you don't, the team losing a lot of money, you got to pony up. And so it was very scary to be running a baseball enterprise and not playing baseball.
Right.
And then when we did play, there was no one in the stands to buy hot dogs. That was a troubling time. I was worried about that way more than getting the fucking Andromeda strain. I was worried about that.
That's so crazy. Never think about that. You have a piece of a team that might not be. You might have to pay up.
Absolutely. Yes, and I did. Luckily, Mr. Steve Cohen came along the next year, and the Mets sold.
Yeah.
And it actually turned out to be a great thing. But there was some fucking nervous moments.
Yeah.
But
now I'm back. Now I think I made the right decision.
Yes. You know what?
But of course, the Golden Knights went to the Stanley Cup in their first season.
Is that right?
Yeah.
They're a professional team?
Yes, it's an NHL team. It's like unheard of.
I don't know. I know so little about hockey, and I'm so actively against it that I can't really judge that, because hockey, I don't know, and I don't even think it should be here. It's not really American. It's boring like soccer. It's a sport, sort of, just more like exercise. So I can't judge that.
Have you gone to a game live?
No, of course not.
It's different. It's more fun in person.
It's even more boring. But
no, it's not. It's not boring. You're right up at the glass if you get good seats, and just they're constantly smashing into the wall.
And all covered up. It's
you can really see them fighting.
I don't care. And I'll go to a fight if I want to see them fighting. But in general, of all the things that goes up in value, this is why I did this deal back in 2011. Sports teams. People in this fucking country, you know better than anybody, love sports. And those investments never go down. Could they? Yes, in a small market, but not the New York baseball franchise. Mm-hmm. There's only one National League baseball franchise, and it's not going anywhere. It's like Mark Twain said about real estate. God made the earth, but he ain't making any more. And they ain't making any more National League baseball franchises. Yeah. So I don't know if that's anything like what this one is in hockey. Does it sound like it has quite the tradition?
No, but it's been hugely successful as far as attendance and fan excitement. It was a really big story. Like it hadn't happened in any professional sport since like the early '60s.
But if somebody offers you like something in a legacy team, and when I say legacy team, like if there's like a World Series, as there usually is, without the Mets in it, so I don't really care who wins. I always root for the team that's been around longest. Mm-hmm. I root for the team whose baseball cards I had when I was a kid. Mm-hmm. If it's the Detroit Tigers against the Marlins, fuck the Marlins.
The Brewers in the American League.
Not even the Brewers. It was the Milwaukee Braves before they went to Atlanta.
Wow.
Right.
Yeah.
Hank Aaron.
Yeah.
I also had a card that said Bob Clementi.
Really, Bob? Nice.
Because he couldn't say Roberto. Because that was, for that era, that was a little too ethnic. Bob Clementi. You have baseball cards?
I do. I have some baseball cards, but they're cards I collected when I was a kid.
You got to come over one day. And
Yeah.